So you want to know how to get your first job as a teenager? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did. So this is real advice. I know at first, whenever you're looking into this process, it seems super overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to simplify it for you. This process that I'm about to tell you and these tips got me a job that lasted me over 3 years and carried me all the way through high school and half of college. Real quick before we get into it, my name is Tanner, and thank you all for tuning in. Okay, let's get into it. So before you start this whole process, there's some things that you're going to need to consider. And the first thing is going to be location. Make it make sense. Make sure that your job is either near your home or your school. The next thing that's going to matter to you is flexibility, because you're a teenager, so you're probably in school, in high school, and you want a job that allows you to take off whenever you have to study for tests, or take off on the weekends if you have sporting events or extracurriculars. And the last thing that you should consider is what type of job do you want to go for? I'd say that there's 3 main types of job categories that you could consider at this point in your life. The first one is retail. The second is food/fast food. And the third is making your own job, your own work. I'm really only going to talk about retail and fast food because this is about finding a job, not making a job. Now you thought about what to do and what type of job you want to get. So the next step is going to be making your resume. It's part of the process, and I feel like people make it out to be super complicated, but in this case for you, it doesn't need to be complicated. You're a teenager, you probably don't have any work experience or very little, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about that. For your resume, you could put down some things such as your GPA, your attendance, extracurriculars. You could even put down some of your classes. For example, I applied for a cashier job, and at the time I was taking Algebra 2, so I just put that in my resume. Also put in like other side gigs that you've done, such as like if you've done like babysitting or dog sitting, something like that. I'll link down below a simple resume that I created. It's pretty much identical to the one that I used, and it's helped me get multiple jobs. Okay, so you filled out your resume, and now it's time to actually go apply for jobs. But how do you even do that? And where do you go? Well, I got you. The first thing that I would do, and this is going to make it a lot easier if this works out for you, is if you have any friends that work, just ask them if their work is hiring. In my case, I was older than all my friends, so this wasn't an option for me. But it's a great way to get into your first job. I knew some people that this worked for. The next thing you should do, which is how I found my job, is just Googling no experience jobs available near me. And then you can go to like Indeed.com and search in your area and then search by part-time. And that's pretty much going to show you everything that's available around you. There's also other websites like Snag a Job, or you can go to like the Google Jobs tab. Those are both also good options for this. So the last resort is if you can't find anything online or nothing's piquing your interest, you could always just hop in your car and drive around town and see if anything's available. A lot of places like McDonald's and Walmart, I've seen all these different places just have hiring signs outside. Sometimes they even do walk-in interviews, so this could work out for you. And then one last quick tip for this category is whenever you do find a place to apply to, make sure you apply both online and in person. It really gets the point across that you like actually are interested in working there. Okay, you applied. Great job. So the next step is to wait and wait and wait. No, don't do that. So after a few days, if you don't hear anything back after you applied, the best advice that I could give you, and this, I feel like a lot of people tell you not to do this because they say that employers get annoyed by this, but I don't know. This works for me. Just call the hiring department. If you just call and an associate picks up, just ask to speak to a manager. This is actually how I got my job. So I applied to be a cashier at Walmart, and it was supposed to pay me $11 an hour. And by calling the HR department, I ended up just getting a job in the electronics department, and I made $12 an hour at the start. So that absolutely worked out in my favor. And just to double prove that this actually works is this method also got me my first big boy job as an electrician. So it's definitely something you should try. All right, so we're getting to the stressful stuff. You applied, you waited, or you called, and they answered. And now you have an interview scheduled. But don't worry, because I got you, and I got some great interview tips for you. I've done plenty of interviews in my life, so you can trust what I'm saying here. Before you actually even do the interview, you could always just prep. Do a mock interview if you have a person that can help you set up a mock interview, or just record yourself in the mirror answering some basic interview questions. And for something like this, that'll be good. So on the day of the interview, you get in there and you're sweating like crazy and your heart's going a million miles an hour. That's all right, man. I've been there. We've all been there. That's part of it. Just go in and walk in without even thinking about it. Just walk straight towards the threat. That's the best thing that you can do. It won't give you time to get caught up in your head. Just go for it. And so whenever they do call you in, some things that you should do is obviously have good eye contact. Make sure you have good posture. And make sure that you speak clearly. Make sure they understand what you're saying. Make sure they're not mumbling, because, yeah, employers don't like to hear that. Make sure you shake everybody's hand. If there's more than one person, there's probably not going to be, but make sure you shake everybody's hand. Most important tip here is just be yourself, because the hiring manager here that's doing your interview probably knows that this is like your first time or one of your first times doing this. So there's not going to be that much pressure on you. So just be yourself. Keep it cool. You got this. I believe in you. So you did the interview, and really all you can do now is wait, and they will get back to you. If they don't get back to you after a while, yeah, you could give them a call, but they'll get back to you, hopefully within a timely manner. Last little tip I could give you real quick is be accepting of rejections. Rejections are okay. It's totally part of it. I've been rejected from a few interviews, and honestly, rejection is a good thing, because if you get rejected, then you know what you did in that interview. You can pick it apart, find what things worked, maybe what didn't work. And that means the next time that you walk in through those doors to do an interview, you can only be more confident and more ready. All right, everybody, that's going to do it. So comment down below what your favorite tip was, or if you have any other suggestions for anybody else in the comments. And go ahead and leave us your story for your first job, as I would like to read through them. And I can share mine in the future too if you would like. Just let me know if you have any questions or anything, and I'll be replying to all the comments. And I'm going to be uploading once a week, so stay tuned for that. And for now, here's something to hold you over. Take care.